Guys, what's going on?
What up?
Entertain the Geeky here, where myself, Chris,
and Roger
bring you the latest in
nerd stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, this isn't a news episode.
No, it's not a news episode. But there's some news that came out that I am very upset about.
Yeah. Papa Palpatine.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go
ahead. We talked about this in a previous episode, but basically...
Did we?
Yeah.
Did we actually talk about this already?
I thought we did.
I thought it was off air.
I thought it was at the end of an episode.
Was it?
I think it was tail end, but that's okay. So this struck a chord with Roger, and basically what had happened is in the original draft of Revenge of the Sith, it was written that Palpatine reveals himself to Anakin to be Anakin's father via manipulation of midichlorians.
You lose me right there.
With Plagueis, his master.
So, hold on though. Okay. First off, stupid idea. George Lucas, horrible, horrendous, worst idea you've had since Han Solo not shooting first. But technically, he's not his father, though. He's not biologically, genetically his father.
And he doesn't come out and say, "I am your father." He doesn't.
It's
give
like
that
I
line.
Created you.
Basically, he's like,
that's still stupid.
He's like, I've been waiting for you to show up.
That is so stupid.
I knew I would meet you, and this is how you came into being.
No.
Yeah.
Because
and that was Anakin's planned seduction.
Here's why I have issues with this. Well, like I've digested this a little bit.
Okay.
One, if that's the case, then Palpatine would have just been like, "Oh, I know where Anakin Skywalker is. I'm gonna go pick him up, take him as a little baby, as a youngling, and raise him as a Sith from the young on."
So that's the thing. He didn't know where he was from the get-go. Like, you need to... Hold on, time out. Before you freak out here, you actually need to go and read Darth Plagueis the Wise.
I don't need to read shit.
Listen to the audiobook, then.
I don't need to listen to anything, because here's my thing. If that's the case, if Palpatine is so powerful that him and Plagueis can create a being out of midichlorians, and they don't have the capacity to put a GPS tracking device on it, they dumber than a box of rocks.
No. It was
There's a reason Mace Windu almost killed him.
They were manipulating everything they were just trying to focus all these midichlorians to one spot.
And
basically.
How do the Jedis not feel this? How do the Jedis not feel... We feel a great disturbance in the Force.
Oh, they had to have.
But they didn't.
They had to have. They didn't really address that because you don't know what's going on with the Jedi at that point. It's following Palpatine and Plagueis.
What? Yeah, okay, that's fine. The Jedi are still a powerful force. They're still doing things.
They're doing things, but...
And every time...
But here's the thing. There's a disturbance in the Force. They're not like on Tatooine, some asshole just made a Force baby.
No, but even if that's the case, they feel a disturbance in the Force. Every time someone sneezes inappropriately, the Jedi are like, "Whoa, let's go investigate it."
Yeah, but they don't know where to investigate. It's on the Outer Rim, too, so it's pretty far away.
Like the Jedis haven't been to the Outer Rim before.
Of course they've been. Do I think they know everything that's going on out there? Absolutely not.
I'm done with this.
Butthurt. Okay, so let's transition
horrible. It's
into
stupid.
this. Let's transition into this.
Time out. It's just stupid. I don't accept it. It's not official canon. George Lucas can come out and say whatever he wants. He's come out and said Jar Jar Binks is his favorite character at this point.
He said Jar Jar Binks was
his favorite character.
He was also
he was supposed to be Darth Plagueis or whatever.
The main bad guy.
Okay, yeah. You know what, George Lucas, just go away. Shave your beard. Go make Howard the Duck 2 and go away. Don't mess with my Star Wars no more.
Jeez.
Just don't.
So
Boba Fett.
does Boba Fett deserve his own movie?
No, Boba Fett does not deserve his own movie. Like, as cool as Boba Fett is as a character, and here we go. This is what's going to piss a lot of people off. Joe Moore, I'm thinking of you right now. Boba Fett is a cool character. But the reason Boba Fett is cool is we don't see a lot of them. You get no lines except for 2.
He's a fucking bounty hunter.
That's all he is. He's no more prevalent than that lizard Bosk thing or the robot we saw on the desk. It's just for some reason we latched onto Boba Fett because he caught on.
He had the cool helmet too.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, and they were in that in the prequels. It's my daddy's helmet. I just repainted it.
Yeah.
Boba Fett does not.
Hold on. Did it still have the head in it when the kid picked it up?
Yes, it did. The head never fell out.
It didn't. And that's
no.
So that means
he had to reach
young
in
Boba Fett had to fish out Papa Bear's head.
Well, yeah, but he's just a clone of himself. So he really just kind of reached in and pulled out his own head.
Still, he was being raised as a son by this guy.
Yeah.
So that would fuck you up.
Just a little.
You're like, oh, hold on, I'm gonna stick my hand in that neck hole there.
Just pull out. Look, this is what I'll look like in 20 years.
not too bad. I'm gonna look pretty good.
And maybe Boba Fett deserved his own movie before the prequels, but definitely not after the prequels.
We basically got his
own movie. We got Jango Fett, and we saw what happens when Boba Fett becomes more than just a side note character. He gets his head chopped off. We saw
Obi-Wan.
We saw what happened in Return of the Jedi when Boba Fett tried to do something, and he got killed by a blind Han Solo. A blind Han Solo. The most feared bounty hunter in the entire galaxy got beaten by a blind Harrison Ford with a stick.
Hold on. First of all, don't you take things away from Harrison Ford.
What? You know what? Yeah, I will. Harrison Ford now? Yeah, Indiana Jones 4. Do I need to say more?
I mean, Indiana
Do
Jones
I
4
need
never
to
happened.
say more?
It never happened.
Indiana Jones 4.
It's
6 days, 7 nights.
It's not actually canon.
6 days, 7 nights.
You just want to be pissed off at Harrison Ford because he's awesome.
He's not. You know what? Harrison Ford used to be awesome. Then he got with Calista Flockhart, became a vegan, and quit eating meat, and pierced his ear, and now he's all like, la 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 la, and he made Indiana Jones 4. He signed on for that.
Indiana Jones 4 didn't really happen.
It did happen. Unfortunately, your childhood was raped. Sorry, buddy.
Star Wars.
Or,
not Star Wars, South Park is what I'm thinking of.
Remember when Harrison Ford was a good actor? Sorry.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
A good actor.
He's a fine actor, but he's not, you
don't respect the man anymore.
I know. He hasn't done anything good since Indiana Jones 3. Yeah, you're thinking about it. Go back, think about it. Harrison Ford's career kind of, after doing Indiana Jones, kind of took a nosedive. I mean, yeah, Air Force One was cool for the line "Get off my plane," but really, Gary Oldman's what made that movie awesome.
What was the movie that he did with what's her face? It was a horror flick.
A horror? Oh, yeah. What Lies Beneath?
Yeah.
With Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes.
That movie was horrible.
Thank
you. Yeah. Because like when the brunette reached down to kiss him, and she's like, I think he knows. Who? Your wife. And she goes blonde.
Yeah.
I was done. Yeah.
It was weird.
Harrison Ford did really good work, and now not so much. Sorry, I know a lot of nerds out there are having strokes, and they're like, you made fun of Han Solo and Indiana Jones.
And Boba Fett. No, the hell it wasn't, says Courtney Rogers' wife.
No. It was a bad movie. What Lies Beneath was horrible. No. It was horrible. It was a bad movie. Really bad movie, actually. It really was. It wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. It was It was Sixth Sense done with Harrison Ford poorly. Yeah. I might be a bad movie. That is true.
I mean, this is a bad movie, but you're still watching it. Thanks for tuning in.
So yeah, Boba Fett does not deserve his own movie.
So this has just turned into a Star Wars fest.
And I'm sorry, because we can't talk Star Wars anymore.
We're just not with Joe.
We're banned. Joe Moore, do you think Boba Fett deserves his own movie?
Well, you know what's funny? I had a conversation with Joe Moore, and he's like, the extent of your argument is it's stupid and you're stupid. I'm like, no, it's not. I was like, I brought up valid reasons for why this wasn't good. You just didn't like them.
No, Star Wars, like...
We're not going to beat Episode 7 anymore. Rogue One kicked ass.
Rogue One did kick ass.
That was that's my favorite Star Wars movie.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it better than Empire?
I like it better than Empire.
I don't know.
Did you watch it?
No.
Okay.
It's coming out on Blu-ray soon.
Watch it and then come back and talk to me. We'll have the conversation.
We'll have the conversation then?
Because it's a good flick.
Is it?
It's very.
I don't doubt you. I mean,
it's very good.
I just now go into Star Wars movies kind of jaded.
I went in cautiously optimistic, kind of like how we had talked about, because leading up to Rogue One, I was afraid of that movie. I was terrified of Episode 7, and rightfully so. I wasn't terrified of Episode 7. I was excited. They hooked me in with their fucking trailers, man. And then
the Falcon flying.
Chewie, we're home, and I was like, yes.
You know, I think Star Wars needs to learn. Star Trek needs to learn from Star Wars and quit hitting the member button, because just retelling the same. I'm tired of seeing the same tales over and over, and I think Star Trek and Star Wars have fallen into that pit hole of just telling us the same stories over and over. They tell us, Star Wars now it's Empire, Rebellion, First Order, Resistance, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
It's the same stories we got in the first trilogy. Star Trek, these last 3 movies have been the same movies over and over again, which is bad guy, destroy Federation, Kirk, stop them. And that's it.
Awesome.
Kirk is awesome. He can bone all the green lady aliens.
And you may experience fear.
You might. God, you know what? So they're bringing Chris Hemsworth back for the new Star Trek movie. And
I'm just fucking dying here because I know you're about to rage so hard. Like,
I love when Star Trek gets brought up.
They're bringing Chris Hemsworth back for the new movie.
Okay.
For Star Trek 4. My thought and my hope is now that William Shatner shows up, because now you're fixing the timeline. Now you got Kirk's dad to show him the way. So William Shatner needs to show up at the end and just bitch slap the crap out of Chris Pine. Like, that just needs to happen.
You are not doing my character justice.
Much like that look Leonard Nimoy gave Zachary Quintino when they saw, like, that first one when he saw him, he was like, "You're not fucking Spock. I'm Spock, bitch. You're not Spock." And that's what needs to happen.
You can't handle the Spock.
No, of life. Oh, I want to go see the Rocky Horror Picture Show now.
Why?
Just because we did that quote, the great Spock of life. Anyone out there want to go see Rocky Horror Picture Show with me? I'll go. We can all go, hang out, be a good time.
Just Roger will even go and drag.
Yeah. Well, you've heard the theory how, now I'm not going to say his full name, but there is a theory that Zach and I have met before we worked together. We just might not have known it. Because we hung out with the same people. We went and saw Rocky Horror at the same time. So there's a very good possibility that we actually met and knew each other. Oh, we'll get to that in a second. There's a chance that we actually met and knew each other. Yeah. So Courtney on the Facebook Live just brought up the thing about zombie babies. And she brought up a very interesting question. And this is why we can't do live anymore. It turns into zombie questions.
We're not zombie experts.
But here was the thing. So if Maggie in Walking Dead, she's pregnant right now.
Yeah.
If she got bit and died, would the baby be a zombie that's inside her?
I don't know. That's weird because developmentally, like...
It depends on how far along.
The child would have to be able to pull nutrients from her long enough to a point where it could survive outside of the body.
We're talking 8 months? Oh, wait. No. I mean, we're talking 8 months here?
How far along are we, Courtney? Answer.
I mean,
Answer!
We'll say we're 8 months.
Technically, the child could survive outside of the mother's body.
Yeah, I was a preemie.
It wouldn't grow or anything.
It's a zombie. Zombies don't grow anymore anyway.
See, this is why I have an issue with zombie movies as a whole. Once cellular division stops and a body ceases to be, like this whole reanimated living dead thing I think is absolutely obscene. Okay, if the baby died inside Maggie, would it become a zombie and kill her?
Yeah, that's the question.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah,
technically
definitely.
it should because
she's infected.
The virus is entered through the bloodstream.
Yeah. So, and Maggie's already infected with the virus. Everyone is.
The blood is what feeds the baby.
So the baby comes out infected.
Yeah.
So if the baby dies...
Eats its way out.
It would eat its way out?
No.
Or would it turn her into a zombie?
It has no teeth. Well, yeah, no, the mother and baby are sharing blood.
Right, but if the baby dies and becomes a zombie.
Yeah.
So technically now, oh my god. So now you have the birth of a zombie.
But yeah,
didn't we saw this in the remake of Dawn of the Dead.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, this already happened. The baby died. She gave birth to a zombie baby. The zombie baby...
No, it cannot eat its way out. It doesn't have teeth.
It doesn't have teeth. No num-nums. It can't eat its way out. She has to birth the dead zombie baby. Yeah. And then the zombie baby would kill her.
No.
Well, the mother died in Dead by Dawn.
I mean, that's fair.
Our Dawn of the Dead. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the baby wouldn't have the ability to eat, so that zombie would starve to death.
But it could claw.
Quickly.
Could it claw and rip its way out? I mean, because zombies are strong.
They're only strong. Okay, so here's the theory behind it. They're strong because they don't have a pain threshold, so technically what they're willing to do to get what they want, it could destroy their body, but you get more force because of that. Now, that also begs this whole question of, can decaying flesh do that? No.
But
that's why zombies are stupid.
Zombies aren't... They're things. Yeah. No, we get that Maggie's not that far along on the show, and if you're like pre whipping out stage, then we don't know what would happen. The baby's only like this big right now. It's only the size, like it's really.
I mean, here's the thing. So we'll say she gives birth to a zombie. A fun story to follow would be mother survives, and is not a zombie, but has to feed zombie baby.
Just shoot it in the head.
But your maternal instincts kick in.
I don't.
You love it. You love it.
Yeah,
it's your baby.
But now you're looking at the fact that you've spent X amount of years in a world overrun by the Walking Dead. You've pretty much been jaded to the fact that zombies aren't humans.
Okay.
You give birth to a zombie because the baby died, and whatever.
Have you seen the zombie movie Fido?
Yeah, Fido was fun.
It's hysterical.
Fido was a fun movie. You had pet zombies.
That's kind of how I see it.
Okay.
You're feeding your zombie. I'm just feeding my zombie. It's my baby.
Okay.
I don't have the heart to kill it.
I get that, but yeah, that's very Herschel-like.
Yeah,
it's very, very Herschel-like.
I would see it being more like that, like as a parent, because I've got 2 little ones.
You wouldn't take out one of your kids if they were zombified?
Fuck no, man, I couldn't do it.
But they're never gonna be.
I'd have to leave them.
You just leave the zombie kids?
Yeah, I couldn't kill them. I couldn't bring myself to do it.
But they're already dead.
Yeah, but not in my eyes, because it's still your baby. It's still your baby.
Zombie baby.
Yeah, I mean, but you're still thinking, it's my baby. So I'd be the parent that's like, I'd feed him somebody. Okay?
Okay.
I'd feed him one of the people that I've got in my hole in my backyard.
So you're truly... That's right, from last week's episode.
I'm a dedicated parent.
You're a dedicated parent, okay.
So I might even toss him in the fucking people pit.
And just let him go?
Say, have a heyday, I need to leave.
But what if the people kill your zombie baby?
Those motherfuckers touch my zombie baby. They're dead anyway.
But hold on, now I have an issue. So you're okay with your child living its life as a zombie?
It's not living.
That's my point exactly.
No, it's one of those things. Like as a parent, I could not see.
But I get that you couldn't kill your child's zombie baby.
Yeah.
But you couldn't let somebody else do it. Like you wouldn't be like, hey Roger, buddy, I need to ask you this huge favor.
No, I'd be like,
can't
here comes
this.
the bacon, boys.
Okay, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Shut the fuck up, level 1. Shut up. We're talking about killing the zombie babies, not feeding them.
I was talking about feeding them.
And you can feed them a lot longer than me, and I bet you're tastier. Your diet has been more grease-rich than mine lately.
Oh, wow. This is getting hateful.
Little bastard.
You fargan ice hole. You bastage. Johnny Dangerously.
Hey guys. Out there. Hey guys out there in the Facebook lands and listen to us all now. Hey, you know what's going on March 25th? Do you?
Yeah, we're going to do this wicked awesome video game tournament in which we are going to be battling it out, talking shit.
It's called the Age of Heroes.
But no swapping spit, because that's weird.
No, well, I mean, if you bet on a kiss...
Yeah. Oh my God! Have a kissing bet. Hey.
Have a kissing bet. Hey, Cody Tubbs! If I kick your ass in Street Fighter, you gotta kiss my ass.
You gotta kiss level 1 on the mouth.
On the mouth. No, so we're having it's called the Age of Heroes 2, March 25th at Game Haven, which is located at 2518 Woodson Road, Overland, Missouri. Zip code is 63114. Head on over to our Facebook page. Head on over to Game Haven's Facebook page. Check out GameHavenSTL.com. All the information's there, but here's the real quick lowdown. It'll be $5 to get into this event. Now, what you get with that is all-day fighting games. That's the bragging rights. We're going to play all sorts of fighting games from Street Fighter down to fucking Turtles Tournament Fighter if someone can bring a copy. Like, every fighting game is up for grabs to play. We also will have cash tournaments going on. I know there's a Street Fighter one and 2 Smash Brothers going on that day. You can pay extra money, get into those tournaments, get that taken care of. Also, if you want to do cash tournaments on the side, if you're like, hey, you fat fuck Roger, I can kick your butt in Street Fighter, I want to put $10 on it, I'm going to say, yeah, let's take that bet. You'll never see my cash because I'm just going to take it from you.
Or if you'd say, you dumb bastard, Chris, I'll beat you in Soul Calibur.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I will beat you in Soul Calibur,
you wouldn't.
too. Yeah, it's happening.
Fuck your day up.
$10 right now.
$10.
$10.
Somebody bring a copy of fucking Soul Calibur 2.
What system you want it on? You tell me the system.
I don't even care.
All right, then. I'm pretty sure.
Open.
I think I got a copy floating around somewhere.
I've got one for GameCube, I think.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
2 copies for GameCube.
Yeah?
I'll fuck your day up.
Oh, my God.
Fuck you up. Dude.
So, yeah, that's it. That's the day. That's what we're doing is just nothing but fighting games, trash talking like this. We're going to broadcast from there. There'll be some Twitch videos, some streaming going on, all the information.
Shit-talking.
So, bring it. You guys out there, bring the fighting games on.
Come at me, bro.
Come on. Catch me outside. All right.
Oh God.
Yeah, I went there.
That's fucked.
You got
up.
anything you want to say?
Yeah, guys. Go to beastescaperoom.com. Enter the promo code Geeky.
Geeky.
Get 20% off.
That's 20%.
Your next escape room experience. It's 1 hour of trying to figure out how in the hell you were going to make it out of this mess.
If you don't, you normally die.
Yeah.
You're dead. You fail.
I want you to picture Pac-Man.
Or the theme song from Price is Right.
The Price is Right.
Wah, wah, wah.
And as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. Stay geeky.
Bye-bye.